First at 6, a suspected classified documents leaker was arrested. What we know about the man and his ties to the U.S. government.
And a catalytic converter theft caught on camera. It's 2 days in a row we've seen similar video to this. This one happening in the middle of the day. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see them go to work there. Where it happened and what police want you to know ahead.
And the efforts to help make housing affordable for people in our state. The news at 6 starts now.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock on a Friday. Good morning, sunshine. We've made it to the end of the week, and it is Friday, as I like to say.
And there is plenty to celebrate, including this beautiful shot behind us. The sky is aglow, as it is at Mohegan Sun in Guilford, the Elm City as well. But my top pick here this morning is Hartford. I'm all about this summer weather. I asked for the summer cut yesterday at Gugliotta's when Vinny cut my hair. He's like, let's go for a summer look. Of course, the temperatures are going to go back down, but I was ready for the 90s.
That's okay.
Yeah, bring it on.
They say to dress for what you want, right?
I'm manifesting summer.
You're manifesting summer, and we're certainly going to get there again today as temperatures yesterday soared into the low 90s and low 80s across the state. So we broke the record yesterday at 92 degrees. The original record set back in 1977 in the capital city was just around 86 degrees. We do have an air quality alert for the day today for southeastern areas. You can see those areas highlighted in a gray for those sensitive groups, so you want to be mindful of that. Right now over in the capital city, though, it's a cooler start to the day, 54 degrees, but still mild and above where we should be for this time of year. It's 68 degrees in Chester, though. It's 60 degrees in Torrington and 53 over in Danbury. Numbers are this morning ranging anywhere from 3 to about 5 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. We'll have no shortage of sunshine, a bit more in the way of cloud coverage at times than yesterday, though, in comparison, because yesterday was just bright, beautiful, and cloudless. We're talking about mid 80s by noon, but we're back into the low 90s for some locations as we move forward. So temperatures along the Connecticut shoreline slightly cooler in the upper 70s and low 80s, but we're still talking about that record-breaking heat for the day today. We'll detail out where we go from here. We'll talk about the changes that are coming for this weekend coming up in just a bit. But right now we want to get a check out on the roads this morning. And right now there's no major issues. Most of the road work has wrapped up for the morning commute. Otherwise, things are running smoothly. We do have one issue that we've been following. The DOT website still reporting that there is a road closure over in Watertown. Route 132 at Town Line Highway has been closed for quite some time due to a down pole and wires across the road. Live look outside over on 91 Rocky Hill, light volume, New Haven, more of the same. We'll take a peek over in Bridgeport this morning where traffic is running smoothly. We'll have another update for you coming up in the next half hour for traffic, guys.
Thank you, Rachel. 6:03 happening today. Massachusetts Air National Guard member accused in connection to the leak of highly classified documents expected to appear at a federal courthouse in Boston.
Yeah, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing his arrest on Thursday. Listen to this.
The Justice Department arrested Jack Douglas Teixeira in connection with an investigation into alleged unauthorized removal, retention, and transmission of classified national defense information.
FBI agents took the 21-year-old Air National Guardsman into custody without incident at his Massachusetts home. That's about 25 miles from Providence. 25 minutes, rather, from Providence. Now, the Attorney General has not revealed a motive behind the leak, but here's what we do know about Jack Teixeira. He was most recently stationed at the Otis Air National Guard Base as a member of the 102nd Intelligence Wing. Teixeira was a cyber transport system specialist responsible for military communications networks. Now, in that role, he held the highest security clearance granted by the U.S. government. Now, as for the accusations, Teixeira is suspected to have started summarizing the classified documents around 6 to 8 months ago for a small group on a gaming chat app called Discord. He's accused of taking photos and posting them until finally someone else got interested enough to post them outside of the group. That was around the end of February or early March. Now, the leaked files included information on the state of the war in Ukraine and intelligence on the United States adversaries and allies. And just before Teixeira's arrest was announced, here's what President Biden had to say about the leak.
Well, I'm not concerned about the leak because I'm concerned that it happened. But there's nothing contemporaneous that I'm aware of that is of great consequence.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is directing his department to conduct an intelligence access review to prevent another leak from happening in the future.
Police in Hartford investigating after they say a teen was shot. The shooting was reported on Vineland Terrace around 8:45 last night. The victim said to be a 19-year-old woman. She is in the hospital and is said to be both alert and conscious.
All right, 6:05 now to Woodbridge, where someone stole a catalytic converter from a car sitting in the driveway right in the middle of the day. So people are just getting more brazen with these things here. Check out this video. Police say it happened around 3 p.m. Tuesday. One suspect used a power tool to try and remove a converter. The homeowner goes outside to confront them when another suspect appears to point a gun at him. We can see the suspects here. They drove away. Officers are reminding you to not approach suspects in a situation like this. They say you should call 911 instead. Anyone with information should call Woodbridge Police. Southington police are searching for the car involved in a hit and run crash involving a pedestrian. I'll take a look at your screen here. This is a picture of the type of car believed to be involved. Police say a pedestrian was hit while walking near St. Thomas Cemetery on Meriden Avenue around 2:30 p.m. Wednesday. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the car's mirror was found on the scene and it is being held as evidence. Alrighty, 6:06 now, back here in the capital city today. The focus is on bringing more affordable housing to Connecticut.
It is a topic we are committed to covering. It's an issue many state officials have been highlighting recently, with local nonprofit groups all hoping to increase supply and to stop rent increases for families. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane live in Hartford with the details this morning. Good morning, Lindsay.
Hi, good morning to you as well. Well, just a little bit later this morning, Senator Richard Blumenthal is speaking out, pushing for more federal funding in order to bring different housing options to families here in Connecticut. Senator Blumenthal is set to meet with other state leaders and then other nonprofit leaders with different housing organizations in order to find solutions to this problem. He says he's asking for $2.1 billion for the Home Investment Partnership Program, the only federal block grant program for state and local governments to produce affordable housing options for low-income families. This funding would be a 14% increase from last year. He's also asking for $185 million to fund NeighborWorks America, which is a national nonprofit that supports affordable housing initiatives right here in Connecticut. Blumenthal says, according to a report, there's a shortage of 85,000 affordable rental units across the state. Data shows there's a shortage of new homes and sharp increases in prices, including for renters. The U.S. Census Bureau says Connecticut is the worst state for rental vacancy rates in the country. Now, there was a bill in the works that would cap annual rent increases to 4% each year. However, that bill just back in February did not advance. So now state leaders are looking at other ways to help this problem. Again, Senator Richard Blumenthal is set to speak out a little later this morning alongside state leaders, and we'll have more on that, of course, on air, online, and on Fox 61 Plus as well. Live in Hartford this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
I appreciate the update, Lindsay. Have a great weekend. It is 6:08. Also happening today, child tax credits will be the topic of discussion in Hartford. The state's comptroller will join advocates to highlight the benefits of the state child tax credit rebate from last year. They'll also call for renewed tax relief as lawmakers discuss the next state budget. Today's discussion expected to begin at 10 a.m. at the Legislative Office Building. Also at the Capitol, state lawmakers will join together to discuss proposed tax cuts for retirees. Among the bills up for discussion include one that phases out thresholds for personal income taxes on pensions here, annuities, and IRAs. The Finance, Revenue, and Bonding Committee will hold a hearing on that and several other bills this morning. That begins at 10 o'clock as well.
Now, you've heard us say this before, and we'll say it again. Food pantries are seeing an increased demand right now.
Yeah, so it comes as families feel the pain of their SNAP benefits being cut. Fox 61 visiting the Gemma E. Moran Food Warehouse in New London, where they partner with 68 food programs across the state and say the rise in demand has been noticeable.
And just in the past, I'd say 2 months, we've had about a 25% increase.
You may remember the extra SNAP benefits recently ended. Since then, many people have been turning to food pantries as an alternative.